welcome to our second installment on the A series cameras, and specifically we're looking at the A170, and this one's called the First Look, and Billy's going to take you through basically all the bells, buttons and whistles and attachments on the outside of this camera and describe to you what each of them do. So Billy, take it away and show us how everything is on that camera.
So I have the A170 all unpackaged. So the first thing we're going to do is take a look at the camera itself physically. If you look at the side of the cameras, we have the strap connectors, and then we also have the USB connector on the camera. Pretty simple. On the other side, nothing much. If we take a look at the bottom of the camera, you'll see that there's actually a tripod mount. Great thing about the tripod mount that is actually centered in the camera, so it's great for putting on a tripod. It's not going to tip over in any sense. There's also a speaker port in the back on the bottom of that camera, and on this right hand side for me we have the battery cover, which we slide open. The battery cover opens up to expose the ability to put two AA batteries in. I just have the alkaline batteries are included with the camera, so you can start shooting right away. You'll also notice there's actually an SD card slot, so all Fuji cameras still take the SD cards, even the SDHC cards, the high capacity cards. So I do have one here with me right now. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to match the contacts with the back of the camera, and we slide it in, and it should just slide and clip in. If it doesn't go in easy, you have it on the wrong way. Okay? So let's snap that in, and it's good to go. If we take a look at the front of the camera, we have, of course, obviously the lens. Okay, it's a 3x optical zoom lens, a Fuji lens, so it's a great high-quality glass lens. We also have the LED timer button on the front there, which if you do use a self-timer button, after about 5 seconds, it starts blinking, letting you know it's ready to shoot.
Gives you a little warning.
Absolutely. And because the camera takes video, there's also a microphone in the front of the camera very close to the lens itself. So that's a quick look at the front view. Let's take a look at the top. On the top is the power switch button. All you have to do is hold the button down. Oops. Get your straps on, right?
Yeah, keep that strap on, Billy.
Camera goes on and camera goes off. Right beside it, the larger button is the shutter button. It allows you to take pictures. Like any shutter button on a digital camera, there's really a two-step process. You push halfway down, it pre-focuses and locks, and then you push it all the way down, it takes a picture. Of course, majority of the customers, you can also just push the button completely down, and it will autofocus and shoot right away as well. Okay? Let's take a quick look at the back of the camera. Of course, one thing you notice in the back is the large LCD screen. It's actually a 2.7-inch high-res screen. We also have the zoom rocker, getting you closer or further away in terms of wide-angle telephoto. We have the directional pads, like most Fuji digital cameras, that allow you to navigate the menu systems going up, down, left, right, as well as the ability to do some quick access during shooting modes, like switching the flash mode, setting up the self-timer, setting the macro function, which gets you about 10 centimeters away from the subject. And there's also a nice brightness button. So if you're shooting outdoors in bright sunlight, if you do notice there's no optical viewfinder on the back of this camera, using that brightness button will help you view the LCD screen a lot more clearer. You have the display button that toggles through several features, like changing the display with grid lines, with information like the megapixels and the modes you have set it on.
How many pictures you have left on your card, things like that. Yep.
And then you have the playback button as well. So great little tip with the playback button. A lot of people like to look at images after they've taken the pictures. What you can do with the playback button is actually just hold it down, and the camera will switch on. So you actually don't have to turn on the camera and have the lens exposed in order to review images on the back of that camera.
Yeah, Billy, when you're showing your pictures at a party, you're right. You take them and everyone wants to see them. And if you pass that camera around while that lens is out, again, that's where a lot of people damage their camera, because that lens, once it's sticking out, you're passing it around, someone bumps it and damages it. That is a great feature for quickly reviewing your pictures, being able to turn that on without actually turning the entire camera on.
Okay, great. So if we, so that's sort of a quick look at the A170 in terms of what you see and what you get in terms of features and components on the camera. We're going to do a quick talk on the top features in our next video.
Yeah. So that's great. Thank you, Billy. And do come back for the next video so you can get a run through on the top features, and we'll show you how to really get the most out of this camera in that video. Okay, so until then, I'm Greg.
And I'm Billy.
And we're the Fuji guys.
Fuji guys.
See you soon.